Wrestling legend and WWE favorite Bobby The Brain Heenan has died aged 72. Heenan is best known as the showman manager of 1980s and 90s stars such as Andre the Giant and Jesse Ventura, and later as a commentator in the WWF WWE franchise. But from 2002 onward he was involved in a very different fight, a battle with throat cancer that ultimately claimed his life on Saturday. WWE announced. Scroll down for video. Heenan began in the 1960s, left under the name Pretty Boy but quickly changed to The Brain to suit his acidic wit. He fought in the AWA until 1984, when he became a WWE manager in a sport full of huge personalities. Heenan, known for his sarcastic sense of humor and wily character, still managed to be one of the biggest. His best-known roles were as a manager and later commentator for the WWE, where he bombastically talked up his wrestlers, including Andre the Giant and Ric Flair. But he started out right at the bottom as a teenager on the Chicago wrestling circuit, selling refreshments and carrying bags for the wrestlers. He eventually made his start age 21 as wrestler and manager Pretty Boy Bobby Heenan. Here he developed the character he would continue to play throughout his career, a tough-talking wisecracker whose bravado hid deep seams of cowardice. He then began a stint with the American Wrestling Association through the 1960s and 70s, now calling himself The Brain, but hit a rough patch in 1983 when he broke his neck wrestling in Japan. Heenan recovered, and in 1984 went on to the role that would make him recognized by millions across the U.S., a manager for the WWE, then known as the WWF, playing the role of an underhanded, conniving manager to various heel, or villain, characters. Heenan oversaw and fought alongside, and sometimes with, Andre, Ventura, Ric Flair, Ravishing Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect and many more. 2 years into his WWF stint, Heenan's gift for ad-libs and entertaining bluster earned him a position as a commentator, which he, in character, boastfully described as making him a broadcast journalist. With his long-standing neck injuries making it impossible for him to keep getting involved in hijinks in the ring, Heenan made the move to full-time commentator in 1991. He even got his own series, The Bobby Heenan Show, on the USA Network. He left the WWF in 1993, and spent some time commentating at the competing World Championship Wrestling franchise, but left it in 1995. He was inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2004. In January 2002, Heenan announced that he was undergoing treatment for throat cancer, treatment that would see him dropping from a husky 231 pounds to a mere 190 pounds. He continued to make guest commentating appearances, although his transformed voice, now lighter and softer, surprised many fans. But his voice, which had made his career for so long, was to suffer a much worse fate, as his jaw became damaged by his illness. In 2007 he underwent reconstructive surgery, but had to be placed in a medically induced coma. Even by 2009, after more surgeries, he was still relearning how to speak clearly. Heenan finally succumbed to the disease on Saturday, surrounded by his loved ones. He leaves behind his wife Cynthia, whom he married in 1976, their daughter, Jessica, and his grandson Austin. After his death was announced, WWE celebrities paid tribute on Twitter. WWE boss Vince McMahon called him one of the greatest managers and announcers in WWE history, adding, "Our thoughts are with the Heenan family." Wrestler Jim Ross opined, "The news of Bobby the Brain Heenan's passing today gutted me. I loved our time together. No one ever did it better than the Wiz." Diamond Dallas Page tweeted, "I just heard Jim Ross tweet the one and only at Bobby Heenan _passed." Bobby named the Diamond Cutter, "Thank brother, I'm eternally grateful." Blackheart, Brooke Flair, whom Heenan had managed, said, "Bobby Heenan, the greatest manager, one of the greatest announcers, and one of the best in-ring performers in the history of the business." He then sent out his love to Heenan's widow and posted a photograph of himself with Heenan in their glory days. And current WWE star Mustafa Ali wrote, "Bobby Heenan was pure magic. Out of all his talents, his ability to make anyone laugh will live on forever. R.I.P.